Alrighty, so let's have a bit of a discussion and analysis of the NateChrony SteadyShot graphs. Let's have a think and look about the actual data that it's going to show you. There's other products on the market that will show you movement. So if you lift from here to here, you'll see a line or a trace that does exactly that. The NateChrony SteadyShot is different. We're looking at acceleration. We're not looking at movement. You can move as much as you want, but we want to train you to do really smooth, consistent movements. So looking at the acceleration, it's going to give you a different graph to potentially what you could be used to with other systems. So if you move it from one position to another, it's not just a single line up and down on a graph. You're going to see a line that goes above and below a graph because there's two parts to that movement. The first half is going to be, for example, acceleration. And as we come to the top of that movement, the second half of that movement is going to be deceleration. So it's going to be a negative value versus a positive. So you're not going to see a line up. You're not going to see a line up and down. You'll see like a sine wave, a line up, down, and then down and up, or the reverse of that depending on the motion. So let's have a look at that now. We've set it to a 5-second capture rate. We're going to do some different movements to see what it looks like. So we're going to go from down to up and fire. The second movement, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to go from here to here and fire. And again, you're going to see some positive acceleration in the first half and then negative acceleration in the second half. All right, so let's have a look at both of those and see what the graphs actually show us and how to interpret those results. Alrighty, so it's pretty clear exactly what we're looking at here. So we're looking on, of course, the y-axis, which is the up and down movement. And you can see exactly what I said before. So the first half of the movement is in one direction. As you get to halfway, it crosses the 0 point, and then you get to deceleration. So the first shot was deceleration and then acceleration. The second shot was the exact opposite. One was down to up, one was up to down. So that's how you're looking at the graphs. A single movement from one position to another will have both negative and positive components of acceleration. So again, when you're looking at the graph to line up, first of all, you want to look at your timestamps below, 5-second capture. We could see that we were sort of 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds into the actual recording, 1.5 seconds from the end of our shot before the shot was taken is when we were looking at this movement. And then you can actually start to see those two components of that movement. So that's a little tip. Again, it's different to some other systems that are out there. We're not looking at movement, we're looking at acceleration. So it is going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be a lot more useful because it's about that smoothness. It's about that consistency of movement when you're doing your training and your shooting. Any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Enjoy your training.